Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Calgary Esports League League of Legends Championship Series. We are going into, I know, right? We're going into week 6. And as always, on the desk with me today is, of course, the lovely Jojo Barrientos, aka JB Red Phoenix, in the chat. Of course, we all know I'm going to be the host, Drew Trackhawk Crawford.
Of course.
And we are going to be taking you through week 6 of this championship series. Only count them, 2 weeks left after this series of games, which I regret to inform you is only going to be 2 this week. No third game. We unfortunately are going to be skipping it, so you know, stuff happens. Life happens. C'est la vie. But it just means they will be playing. They will be counted into the bracket. So anyone keeping track of that, you are totally fine. No championship points missing or anything like that. So no questions there. But
yes,
Jojo.
Yes.
How are you doing this week?
I'm good. As you can tell, it's not the blue star.
You're not Don Cherry this week.
No. Actually, this is a little bit more Don Cherry than what I'm used to.
It's a little bit more red. Yeah.
This is very red.
Yeah.
Like.
I'm rocking the
classic white.
No, this is like a light blue, dude.
I can't tell from the lights. Hard to see.
Fair enough. All right, so we have a few games coming through, and the first game is, of course, going to be Masters Overrated versus Bushtown. Masters Overrated, of course, the undisputed kings currently of this series. They are undefeated, and so they are 100% going in as the first seed for the finals, which are not going to be online. They're going to be live, so that's kind of cool. I
actually got to meet some of the members, like, in person.
Did you?
Yeah, it was great.
Nice.
Other than the fact that literally I just got curb stomped at a local tournament. So
well, hopefully Bushtown is going to be able to do a better job and not get curb stomped. So speaking of that, we're going to go straight into the pick and bans for game number 1.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, let's just check out this Kennen top lane right here.
Like the Kennen top lane?
This is, if I remember correctly, and the last time I saw Masters Overrated pick Kennen here, it was the Kleptomancy Kennen into the same, almost the exact same Mordekaiser.
I believe you are correct, yeah.
So
Kleptomancy was able to get a huge amount of gold. Did end up building AP, if I remember correctly, and kind of stomp the team fights rather than stomping laning phase. Now
that's kind of the point. You want to be using your laning phase to generate a ton of gold, and instead of going into like basically trading one for one with your lane opponent. Don't get me wrong, not a bad idea. But like you're more likely to just trade for the gold than you are to trade to try and actually kill them.
Absolutely. Now, on the other side, Bushtown, I'm actually incredibly happy to see these picks because Cho'Gath in the mid lane is probably going to get stomped by Akali, but they have an aggressive jungler in Nidalee.
Yep.
So should be able to at least kind of relieve a little bit of the laning pressure that's going to come from that. Yeah. And I love to see the Jinx. Now, the reason I love to see that is, of course, the hyper carry potential.
Of course. But my problem is she is, in my opinion, a feast or famine champion. There is only 2 ways to play her. You either play her really, really poorly or really, really well. There is no in between.
I mean, I've seen myself do pretty well in silver, so I mean, I think she's totally viable as a champion.
I don't say that you're wrong here, Drew. Like, even down in the very depths of low elo, she's a very strong champion that could pull easily out from early game to late with no problem.
Definitely need some items, though, so I am very happy to see. Definitely a more, I would say, front-to-back team fighting kind of composition out of Bushtown. But that being said, Masters Overrated, they have been dominating these early games, so definitely expected to see a little bit more of the early game focused champs.
I'm also going to expect a little bit more pick-heavy comp out of Masters Overrated here, especially with the Kennen, the Hecarim coming out of jungle, Akali doing a lot of damage out of mid lane.
Agreed.
And then we got a bit of a switch today. We have a Bard support.
Okay.
So that'll be a very interesting.
We'll see how Brad is able to do it. Well, enough talk from us.
Okay.
Let's send it over and get into game number 1. Masters Overrated versus Bushtown.
Game 1. Masters Overrated versus Bushtown.
And
as you hear the bells ring,
you hear the bells. The bells. The bells. All right, so we're going to get to game number 1. We see a pretty standard defensive line. And as I say that, Bushtown goes for some aggressive deep wards. Well, I say aggressive, but just by the red buff. Not seeing anything too crazy
They back
yet.
off the river a little bit, but
They are
Italy's
back
trying to
up
make
the
a throw
river.
here.
Okay, Brad's able to get a nice double stun onto
Wow.
but Nautilus is able to pull aggro and knock them back. The Brad is not picked up by the traps, but Hecarim decides to go in, gets a couple of tagged auto attacks for his. Another double stun there, but he is very low. The Ignite comes across. Nautilus will get that. Cho'Gath is going to go down for first blood to Xayah. And it looks like Jinx is going to be chasing. And nice hook onto the no, that's not the Kennen. That was the Akali, and she goes down as well. Jinx is being chased out. The traps are down, but there is nowhere for her to run. Brad gets there, flashes. Letho Tempo is on. Hecarim is going for the chase. 3 members are chasing back after this Jinx, and a 3-for-1 trade at the end of this for Masters Overrated.
Keep an eye on the Jinx. She's still running. She's still running.
She's still running, but she's going to be able to get the execute, I do believe. 1, 2.
Can the minions get there?
Get it. There we go. Minions, okay. So, not able to get the final kill, which is very good, but that does still mean they're up 1,000 gold. And that is a horrible start for the scaling composition of Bushtown.
Oh, yeah. No, this definitely Bushtown needed to be more basically grouped together and force out more of a team fight.
That in the level 1s from Bushtown, really not the best. I mean, yeah, Jinx skilled her traps first, so they had a decent amount of CC, and you had the CC chain with Nautilus, as well as the Cho'Gath into the traps from Jinx. So you had the CC chain there, but, I mean, versus a Xayah, Hecarim, Akali, like...
And the
Brad
Bard landing some real good stuns this early.
Beautiful double stuns. Absolutely killer.
Yeah, that I'm sorry, you are not going to win that fight.
No,
And
definitely
just look
not.
at this Akali.
Just trading onto Cho'Gath. Kind of expected early levels, to be honest. Speaking of trading, we see the Kennen is...
Just harassing him.
Auto attack Kennen is not fun. So, yeah.
Trust me, I play top Poppy sometimes, and that matchup is just painful to watch.
It definitely looks painful. Nice stun onto the Jinx, is able to deny her the cannon minion. Looks like they're going to be able to pick up not as much CS as they should be. We're sitting at 5-14, so denying the Jinx a lot of CS.
Yeah.
And in the top side, we have 20-10, so already CS leads accruing for the side of Masters Overrated. And, well, a few CS leads is kind of expect.
Ooh, good job missing
Very
that.
good dodge. Hecarim is there for the flank, coming in from the side, doing a huge amount of damage to the side of Italy. Mort is not tanking for the way he needs to, and there is the follow through, having to flash away. Italy goes down for the count, but then Mort is safe with his own flash burn and expend it. Akali is now sitting there, gets a very good trade onto the Cho'Gath and takes him down. Ignite is not up for her just yet, but we could see her going for that if he decides to. No, doesn't get the backflip shuriken, which, by the way, is one of the coolest moves in the entirety of League of Legends.
Agreed. 10 out of 10.
Best
We'll watch
redesign
again.
from Riot. Rido, good job.
Ace.
Hecarim's able to get his blue side, and we kind of see things calm down a little bit. Just a little bit.
This is how Masters Overrated wants to play this game right now. They want to be making really long trades. Basically, they're asserting their dominance over Bushtown right now, and this is exactly how they want to be playing this one. Bushtown, what they need to do is take the pace back a little bit.
Oh, good hook onto the Bard, but Nautilus is tanky, but unfortunately Jinx isn't there to follow up. The zap misses, about half health down onto the Xayah, but it just doesn't matter as the damage starts to come through. Ignite is onto the Jinx, and Xayah gets an easy, or makes it look easy, in the bot side.
Matt, this is exactly what Masters Overrated is looking for. These really decent trades, picking up really early kills, putting this Bushtown team really far behind. Not only they're losing on deaths, they're also losing on CS, and this is the critical thing for something, especially when you're going up against a high-tier team like Masters Overrated.
Agreed.
Your CS needs to be perfect.
Not only that, but we are seeing, despite the fact that they're trading, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The damage is just starting to go the way of Masters Overrated due to the level occurrences that are starting to appear. And down the line for CS, you basically have support as the only person on the team that is ahead or even with Masters Overrated, as Hecarim just... What can you say about this? Trick Fox just pops in. Cho'Gath is sitting at half health, and...
He's just like, sup. All right,
sup.
I'm going to just run it down.
I'm just going to run it down. Ooh, nice spear, but no follow-up from the side of Nidalee. Hecarim is still a decently tanky champion, even with these early levels, so not expecting him to go in just yet. Shuriken lands onto Nidalee, but it doesn't look like it's going to be followed up on. Spear goes wide. Just trying to pick up the last bits of the CS while Akali is just mercilessly pushing in.
And that's the Akali playstyle that we're usually seeing, is the very aggressive.
Very good. The traps get landed there. Hook went to the Bard. He's down to half health. Does get the heal. Not able to get the stun back. Looks like Nautilus is going to be taken incredibly low. Trick Fox is able to slay the Jinx with a follow ignite coming through there, and it's a 1 at the end of it. But frankly speaking, Bard is... Oh, okay. Had to pause there, as wasn't really sure if Nautilus was able to get the better end of that trade, but Brad just a little too power hungry there.
Just a little greedy there, bud.
Just a little bit greedy, but frankly speaking, 8-2, 14,000 to 9,500. A 4,000 gold lead at roughly 7 minutes into the game.
That's a little much, guys.
A little much.
I get we're getting down to the final wire here. I get there's like only what
there's asserting your dominance, and then there's this. Ultimate is dropped from Kennen. A huge amount of damage being dropped on the Nidalee. I know the jungle isn't exactly the most strong lane to be going through. Not even a lane, what am I saying? But still, almost able to get the solo kill. And he's hunting for it.
He's just going for it.
Able to get the proto belt, and easy. Makes it look easy. Nice follow through there. Chasing through for the Nidalee. Knows she was going to be going for that farm. And Akali's just styling, dodging every skill shot from this Cho'Gath in the mid.
Well, you have to like put in perspective. Like, she's got a lot of movement in her kit. So like for this poor Cho'Gath, her dodge potential is insane.
It is. And we see that these are fairly comfortable champions. We see the Nautilus not able to get the hook as would be wanted. Bard is being zoned off by the Nautilus, but now the Xayah is able to get a good chunk of damage onto the Nautilus, and he goes down with the blades being pulled back. Double kill again from the Xayah. This Bard is working out flawlessly, just pulling aggro every time. Jinx isn't able to get the damage out that she's looking for. And 0-4, 1-3 for this bot lane. 7 deaths between them. 6-0 on the side of Xayah. She is just popping off. Peregrine putting
scared.
On a clinic. You should be. Xayah is going to get her Essence Reaver as well. She's probably going to be going for the... we've seen this a lot in LCS right now, the Essence Reaver IE.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of damage, and with these kills, she's going to be able to pick that up so early.
I like the Essence Reaver in this case because on
gets
Xayah,
the knock-up, but backflip is there just in case. Nidalee is going hard. The Hecarim is diving into the top lane. Mort is going to be ulting there. Good flash to try and keep Hecarim there. Pulls back and does get the outplay. Able to trade 1-for-1. Golden onto Nautilus. Doesn't look like any follow-up damage is going to be there as the stun goes wide. Jinx is now going to be pushing into the bot lane. We do see a very, very heavy damage lead on the side of Xayah, sitting on BF sword with the double long sword. No, she went back for hammer. Meanwhile, we've got just a recurve bow on the side of Jinx.
Lethality Xayah?
Doubtful. That's part of the Essence Reaver build.
Oh, right. That's my bad.
So she's going to be going Essence Reaver so she can spam her abilities first.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Essence Reaver with Berserker Greaves. But Jinx has no damage items. She's sitting on a recurve bow. It's like, yay, you can auto attack faster. So, but I would have loved to see a BF sword or something out of her.
What is she, my question is what is she going for here?
Maybe Blade of the Rune King?
I don't think Bork is a good item here.
I don't either. I'm a little bit unsure exactly what she's going for. First turret goes down for the side of Masters Overrated, and they do continue to push in, but 55 to 68.
Incoming Bard.
Incoming Bard. Bard's going to be looking for a little bit of harass. Those creeps are definitely starting to do with damage. Gets the stun. The zap is onto him, but quick heal is able to get him out of there.
Oh, no, he's going in.
He's going in. The hook on, followed by the stun lock as the rest of the damage is coming through. Is he able to get... Yes.
Oh.
0-0 was able to slay the Bard finally. And an aggressive, almost disrespectful play from Bard is capitalized while the Nidalee Spear goes wide. Goes back in. Is going to get the proc off. The Electrocute as well as the Ignite are down. Down to half health while the Jinx rocket goes wide.
That's like me and my Israel Rs. They just missed by that much. You have to really time those or get really lucky.
Lucky is more like it, especially when you're going for those part across the map kind of play. Stun is on the Cho'Gath, but only takes 25% chunk.
That's still significant.
Feast on the big minions.
Good play. I like it.
Good play. Good play. Got to do that when you're not able to get the champion kills. The Banhammer just isn't doing quite that much damage. Is that a Air Drake by Nidalee? There's nothing you can do.
You can't do anything there.
No, got the proc off, able to get the rest of it. Damage and the dash onto the Cho'Gath, but he is flash, so he's not really too much danger. 3 members are going to be pushing into the mid lane. At least they're able to get some plates.
Oh no, incoming Bard.
Bard with the wub step ignite and the Hecarim to... I want to say secure. Oh, nice. But Jinx is there for the cleanup with the zap. Nautilus is going to be fishing for some hooks, but it looks like they're just going to be able to clean out. We do see a BF sword being pulled in from the side of Jinx as she's looking to try and get some damage down now. Try and get Bushtown back into this. The ultimate is dropped from Kennen. He dodges the spear with ease and able to get out of there. Nautilus is there to continue forward. Ignite is dropped onto him, but the spear goes wide. Meanwhile, Akali is going to be picking up Sir Nibs in the Jinx position, or the ADC position, whatever you want to call it. I am very good at English right now. Chasing down. Kennen is going to be going for the outplay onto Nidalee. The damage is there. Brad is able to get his second kill, slaying 0-0 in revenge for what he was done in the bot lane.
I want to take a look at this Jinx build right now. The BF sword, Berserker Greaves right now, and a long sword. I'm thinking she's going with the Ginsu's Rage Blade? Is that possible? Am I wrong?
I would be really surprised. Like, that's definitely not a standard build unless Korea did something crazy. But
I will definitely look into it.
If we see her pick up a blasting one, then maybe, but...
Oh.
Stops the recall.
Good stop.
Was shopping, that's why you saw the adjustment. Yeah. Brad is able to get the procs off. Shoots the rocket, but nothing much. Nope, the Brad is able to get his blue buff, because let's face it, Brad is the best support. He's sitting there, starting to do a decent amount of damage. Smite is dropped, but 25% damage onto the Nidalee. She's down to half health. Ported through from the side of Bard. Nautilus is there for the follow-up, but the Blade Caller is able to get her out. Spear onto the Nidalee, but the not able to trade just yet. I would love to say that with the shutdown from Jinx, Brad is finally going to go down, but it just feels like Masters Overrated is just outclassing them. Like, I want to get excited for the plays that Bushtown are making, but it just seems like every time they make a move, they just don't have the damage to capitalize, and Masters Overrated isn't in any danger.
Other than the Nautilus, the rest of Bushtown is a late game scaling basically a late game scaling team. Even though you got Nidalee, who could easily do a lot of pressure early, the problem is that she's best toucher late.
Speaking of Nidalee, hi Akali. She's able to get the final. Yeah, just gonna backflip over, land the Q. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. They've got wards for days up in that area. But they knew what she's going for. And
the only thing is, I think they're going to be trading one kill here for this tower, unless Saya can easily contest.
No, looks like they're going to be going for it. But the Hi Shelly is right. Shelly's able to take a nice chunk out of the mid lane turret. Tier 1 is going to be dropping. Cho down to half health. Perfect execution is there. Brad is able to get the follow-up. Jinx Rocket just a little too late. Now, there were some damages to Akali, such as invisibility versus the concealment that they was going for. Zap is able to take a chunk out. The depth charge is down onto Kennen, but no, that is not where you want to go, Jinx. Blast code away, but he's just waiting for it, and now Death is waiting for the side of the Nautilus as Kennen picks up an easy double kill. Or at least it looks easy because they kind of just blasted towards him. Shelly finally goes down, but not before taking down the mid tier 2.
That just felt like it was just handed to him in that case. But
it really was.
Really.
Blast cone over. I feel bad because it kind of reminds me of the FlyQuest game that I was watching earlier today. Where Wild Turtle basically says, hey guys, you want to go into the Baron? Hi, Cho. Bye, Cho.
Oh, I've had that happen to me a few
times. Pullback misses. First inhibitor of the game is going to be going down at 16 minutes and 30 seconds. 23-7, 36,000 to 23,000. 13,000 gold lead.
Yep, this game
for
is
Masters
basically over unless this Jinx can turn it around real fast. This Bushtown needs a miracle right now.
No, she's going Blade of the Ruined King. Bilgewater Cutlass.
Okay, not the item I would choose.
No, definitely not. I'm actually incredibly confused because I could see Blade of the Ruined King for lating phase.
Yeah, like,
but
now it's a little late.
Yeah, especially since you bought BF Sword. Like, the reason I was sure she was going to be going something else is, of course, you pick up the BF Sword with the recurve. It was like, okay, maybe you thought you were going to go Bilgewater Cutlass and, you know, now you realize you need more damage, so you're transitioning to an IE or something, and you'll finish the Hurricane with recurve bow.
My question is why the Bork now? There's not a lot of people with a lot of really big health pools other than the Bard.
Yeah, and even then the Bard is like, whatever, I'm building a... Bye.
No. Yikes.
Poor Nidalee. 1 in 8.
This is just painful.
Most deaths on the team. It really is. Nautilus is going to get caught up by the Brad. Port half health.
Oh my god.
Active onto him. He's going to get pulled out. Depth charge is onto him. Jinx is able to pull up a nice turnaround there. But jeez, the Bard was doing half health to the Nautilus.
Where does this damage come from?
Well, he did build Gunblade.
Oh, okay.
Pullback misses onto the Akali. Backflip there to dodge, but the zap still lands. Cho'Gath is waiting in the wings, able to get the silence off, but barely any chip damage.
Ooh.
Q lands onto him. I'm just
follow-up
waiting
there,
for them
though.
to pull their next one. Walks over a pink ward, able to...
Kennen's on 14
Finally pulled
stacks of Magi's too, so those things are going to hurt really fast.
Yeah, he's got a huge amount of AP. Now, the one good thing about losing an inhib this early in the game is, of course, it's a minion wave that's always going to... they're just playing around. Yeah. That's always going to push towards Bushtown. So Jinx can easily farm there. In other news, though, the pullback onto the cannon, but it doesn't matter because Xayah is there in the wings and just shreds him down. I.e. Essence Reaper.
I could easily say, for me, I would easily take Xayah's build as Jinx instead.
Yeah.
Because this has the same, you scale so much harder with Jinx with the same build as Xayah.
Agreed.
But in this case, like because of the crowd control and the way that they'd be able to put so much damage down so quickly, this Xayah is just going to be an absolute menace through Bushtown.
Well, I mean, the entirety of Masters Overrated is just doing damage. They need to pick off one person at a time, just get pick after pick after pick, but they're just not going to let them. I mean, you've got the Super Minions pushing down, and they're going to be onto the Nexus turrets pretty much immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we need to get back. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Double stun lands onto both Nautilus and Cho'Gath. A little bit of follow-up damage from the side of the Akali. Nice pullback onto 2. Xayah is able to get the ultimate off. Becomes untargetable. Nautilus is in the front line, taking up a huge amount of damage. Jinx Rocket doesn't get anyone. And Xayah is able to get the second kill of the fight. 2 down. Cho'Gath is in the side, but he gets taken down almost immediately. A nice execute from the Nidalee onto Xayah is the end of this push as we see 2 down for the side. Kennen is still waiting in the wings. Hecarim is able to take down Nidalee with roughly half health. A nice Q from Kennen is able to clean that, and a very good ace from the side of Masters Overrated. A little bit overconfident, a few picks off from Bushtown, but other than that, this is going to be a 21 question mark minute game. Ultimate onto the cannon. He is going to be taken down by this Mord. I imagine.
Oh, they're 1 for 1.
1 for 1, 1 for 1. Able to get it. That is a very cool 1,000 gold shutdown kill. The stats are onto him, but Bard is going to be able to pick that up quite easily. Kha'Zix down for the count.
Oh, look at the disrespect from this Bard.
Bard is disrespecting, and Jinx is there, but it's just too little too late. I mean, the super minions are pushing in. There's 3 people up. Nidalee is able to land a spear, though. We do see follow-up on there. A nice feast from the Cho. Bard is still squishy, and Cho'Gath still hurts. So thankfully, Bushtown is able to defend their base. However, that is an open nexus.
Yeah, you got to be really careful now, Bushtown. I think
And that
I
is
want to say your game is basically over here.
I mean, good on you for playing it out, but you're 15k behind. Your inhib is finally back up.
That's good.
But Masters Overrated is 15k up.
Yeah, they're
okay.
basically almost full build at this point.
Now, the good news is, I shouldn't say this. You know what? I shouldn't say this. Looking down, Jinx has completed Blade of the Ruined King and Ruinous Hurricane.
Yep.
Bit interesting. Would have preferred to have the IE there for some serious shred.
I think she's going IE third.
She better damn will be going IE third because you're not going to do as much damage as you think with that. Yeah. We see the Hextech Revolver as well as the Ryla's Crystal Scepter out of Mordekaiser, so he's starting to scale up.
Yep.
Cho'Gath, of course, has a stacking Rod of Ages.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so there is a way out for Bush.
Yeah, bye. Baron is strong. Bard, you cannot do anything. Stop trolling. I know you're 15k up, but
please don't throw this away.
Don't throw this away, guys. If you pull a TSM, I will be incredibly disappointed in you. Now, granted, there's no Sivir on button, so I mean that's a thing.
True.
Akali goes immediately in and deletes Jinx. Bye. Okay. Hecarim into the backline, takes down a double kill for the side of Nidalee. Cannon's just skirting around the outside. Hi, Nautilus. Hi. What can I do? What? I'm a pest. Just mosquito bites for days taking him down. Not really mosquito bites. Probably more like giant hornets just stinging. Half held onto the Cho'Gath. Hecarim goes in, blasts in, but he is going to get pulled back. Is he able to get the 1v1? 1v1 me on Rust. Yep. Mordekaiser is able to get the kill. Does start to steal the stats. Meanwhile, Kennen is able to take him down for the double kill. And never mind, that is it.
Game. Please end now.
No disrespect, guys.
Come on,
just
guys.
End it.
Just end it.
End it.
End it.
End it.
End it.
There we go. Good job. No padding your stats. And that is game number 1, a decisive Masters Overrated victory.
I'm gonna say, my critique for Masters Overrated, you guys really need to stop flexing over the fountain. It's okay. That's a personal beef. That's a little bit of a personal beef because I did manage to face them down in one game, and they did that. They were flexing on me pretty hard there.
I mean, to be fair, they were 15k ahead.
Yeah, but I get they're kids, but like seriously, please, if you're going to end a
Masters Overrated,
end a game.
Oh man, we say that. In reality, Masters Overrated crushed. Oh. There's just no other way to put that. That was an absolute domination, demolishing. GG at 20, FF at 15, steamroll victory for the side of Masters Overrated. Bushtown from the very start, losing 3 kills in the first 2 minutes of the game, kind of set the stage for what was going to be happening.
Yeah, and then it's unfortunate, a bit of misplacement and like being in the wrong place at the wrong time in that case. You could have turned that fight around easily on those guys, and that would have dictated a way different pace for this game, for this matchup.
Well, the level 1 was a bit weird. I'm not sure if I agree with them on taking that. I almost would have said, yeah, you're a scaling comp. The kills could have gotten you off to a good start, but it felt too risky, you know?
Yeah.
You know Masters Overrated is a good team. You know they're top of the standings. So it's like, maybe don't go too hard for that. I like the composition. Not too much of a fan of the Jinx build. See, overall, it just felt like Masters Overrated just, outplayed them.
And that's the thing, is we can nitpick this all day. And I would absolutely love to make a secondary video on this, just to nitpick this all the way down. That being said, we do still have one more game to watch.
Agreed.
But just to give it a small recap, Jinx, your items could have been a little bit different. It could have been.
I would like again, IE. So every time I play
IE
Jinx,
rush would have been amazing.
Yeah, every time I play Jinx, it's IE straight into Ruinous Hurricane. Like you shred. You get the resets going, and you just start to destroy the team fight.
And I play Caitlyn in the bot lane, and I almost take IE exclusively as the first item.
Yeah.
Only time I'd never really do that is if I'm just trolled, right?
Blade of the Ruined King is great for laning phase if you're really worried. And to be fair, versus Master's overrated, you should be a little bit worried. So fair enough.
Yep.
But Bilgewater with instead of recurve bow, it was just weird. And so
Yeah.
I felt like they could have done a little bit better in terms of just kind of.
Just knowing your item, like how your item builds and your pathing and your item builds, it would have been a little bit cleaner.
Yeah. Started to pick it up at the end. You could start to see the team fight power that they had, that the champions have. But he just needed the damage. He needed not to be 15k behind. If you were 5k behind, by that point, it could have very well been a different story.
Oh yeah, no, totally. If they were 5k or 3k behind, which would have been
Jinx
amazing.
on 2.5 items, everyone on like 2.5 items, it would have been a much different story.
Oh,
So
totally.
yeah, that's pretty much all we can really say on that. So Masters overrated secures easily an undefeated week 6. And yeah, we'll go into the next game and we'll figure things out. So stick around. We'll be going into a quick intermission and we will see you guys right after the break. I feel bad for Bushtown.
Yeah, that sounded painful. That looked very painful. Oh, I can read this.
We have lost one?
Oh, they have one.
Who did they lose against? I don't remember who they lost against. Okay, Aatrox, Sejuani, Irelia, Kaisa, Lux.
No, I couldn't rage quit. Like, you can see my new item, the jungle item spawner build.
Ask them who they lost against.
Yeah, I just did.
Because I don't remember them losing a single game.
Let me check the standings. Saucy Meat says wedge, but I'm not sure.
Huh. Interesting. Alright, Garen, Skarner.
According to I Can Rage Quit, apparently it's a jungle item. We just got 12 difference.
Thanks, guys. Silence.
What's the silence in jungle? I don't like, I've seen him in pro. I've seen him in pro.
And then Caitlyn, Tara.
I don't know how I feel about Tarek. Tarek's pretty close.
I've seen you. I've patrolled these empty thoughts before, but I'm fixed now on the cure. I'm holding on to the lost rock on the mountaintop, and I'm begging for your love. Do you remember the type of folk we used to be, and the simple souls we used to see? Do you remember a fallen man with no escape? It seems he lives in yesterday. If you play away, well, I'll forgive you once again. I'm losing patience, and I know for sure that we've been right here before. I see the dangers, baby, I'm not crying over you. There's no point denying we're through. 'Cause
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Calgary Esports League of Legends Championship Series featuring apparently the two dads, Trackhawk and JB Red Phoenix. So, I mean,
I'm getting that close to that age, I guess.
Sons, go do your homework. Yeah. Yeah, I can pull that out. So,
The dad pants don't fit you, Drew.
yeah, you're right, because I'm too skinny for it.
No,
I went there.
Okay. Sure.
Right, so we're going to get into the second game of the night, which is going to be Oh No, which is exactly what people are going to be saying when reading that joke. And Team Wind.
Who's been having a really good backwind.
They have been. Okay, that was good. You did good. You did good. All right, we're going to get into picks and bans.
Ooh, I'm
I
excited.
know, right? You should be.
Look at this.
You
This
should be
is
very
fun.
excited. This is everything that you've ever wanted.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I mean, we've got Lux.
yes.
And no Ezreal, because Lux is now apparently in love with Silas. That's canon.
Yeah, but every other skin says otherwise.
I am personally looking forward to Team Wind, Garen in the top lane, Faker's nemesis. We all know why he bans Garen every game.
Because he just gets jumped on. That's like it.
Agreed, yeah. And I mean, everyone on this team. Irelia, Sejuani, Aatrox, who, by the way, got some changes. Some pretty hard changes. Ultimate no longer revives. We should be on the patch that allows for that. And also, he got some scaling done to his ultimate in terms of once you get a kill, you get some crazy damage. Mass healing and it's just insanity. He pops off hard.
My problem with Aatrox was already trying to deal with an Aatrox during his ultimate.
And now it's even worse.
Yes, you get to kill him. But yes, he will die. That being said, it's going to be hard AF to kill him. And if he kills anyone on your team, even you, it's going to be even harder to do said thing.
Agreed. Now, on the other side, Silas, Taric, Skarner. Everyone's going to have to pay the Skarner tax, so we'll see. But that being said, Ono is... we've been told that apparently Masters Overrated did lose to Wedge, by the way. So technically that means Ono and Masters Overrated are tied, I want to say?
Apparently this is a tiebreaker match.
Between Ono and Team Wind.
The Masters as well as Ono.
Okay. So we'll have to wait in bated breath and see this. Anyways, we should be getting into the game. Any other comments?
Let's see what the Lux skin looks like.
Sounds good. Load screen in 3, 2, 1.
Game 2. Oh No. Versus Team Wind.
And we hit the riff following Ono out of their spawn directly towards Team Wind.
It's Battle Academia Lux.
Why are you such a nerd?
I think the correct term is weeb.
Weeb, nerd, what's the difference?
One's technically derogatory.
Here's a really good question. Why isn't Team Wind by their red buff?
Wow, yeah, you're right.
That there is absolutely no, there's 3 people looking on bot side, but no vision. And instead, Ono just gets perfect deep wards all over the red side jungle of Team Wind.
Why is Team Wind stacking up on?
I guess they're going for the Skarner Spires to get the attack speed in that area. So I guess they're going for Scuttle early. So Skarner hard clear or fast clear.
But
Wolves, Krugs, and then maybe goes for the Scuttle? Question mark, question
I want
mark?
to agree with you. That being said, it's doesn't Scuttle spawn at like 3 minutes now?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So
I don't know what they're doing, but either way, we see a blue start from the side of Skarner, obviously. We see a blue side from the side of Sejuani,
okay.
obviously. And we're just going to have to see how things move out.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, yeah. Look at the...
Look at the moves.
Look at the cleanse. Look at the moves.
She's just dancing.
Aurelia, what was that?
Clean. That's what that was.
Oh, nice double stun. Battle Academia Lux is clearly the superior skin. Ignite is onto the Taric. Meanwhile, for some reason, Kaisa is still dealing damage to the Caitlyn instead of the burning Taric. Little bit of miscommunication there, but we'll forgive them. YYC ADC is phenomenal, so I just give him a pass on whatever he does.
I'm
He's
hearing
clearly
a biased
better.
opinion here.
Small biased opinion. But meanwhile, his support is obviously terrible, seeing as, never mind, she got first blood.
Okay, so let's just take that back, right? Right, Drew?
No, just to mess with you, I'm going to play a replay. How do you feel about that? Huh? Burning Taric. Little bit of miscommunication there, but we'll forgive them. YYC ADC is phenomenal, so I just give him a pass on whatever he does.
I'm
He's
hearing
clearly
a biased
better.
opinion here.
Small biased opinion. But meanwhile, his support is obviously terrible, seeing as, never mind, she got first blood. And of course, in that time,
I rest my
yeah,
case.
we see 2 kills. And unfortunately, in that time, we missed the fact that Caitlyn decided to flash forward into Lux. Kaisa, very questionable. She was trying to get away from the Q, but you know,
That's not how you flash.
That's not how you flash away. Sorry. So yeah, two kills for the bottom lane. Okay. Now, your Battle Academia Lux is getting all the credit. 2 kills for the side of Oh No, and both of them are on Lux. Clearly,
Hi. It's
clearly,
Israel. Hi, love. How's it going?
Lux is in love with Silas. Deal with it.
Not Battle Academia.
Yeah. Even Battle Academia. Canon says she loves Silas. By the way, this is no longer...
There is no Silas in Battle
Academia. We're no
Academia.
longer casting League of Legends. We're casting League of Legends fan fiction and canon, apparently, so...
That's not fan fiction.
Ezreal and Lux is definitely fan fiction now, since Silas is a thing.
That's to the normal story arc, not Battle Academia.
Because we have several story arcs for the side. This is just... We see the top laners just pounding each other with massive swords. Ignite goes onto the Aatrox, and Garen slays Ninja for the first kill of Team Wind. You feel that? It's a change in the breeze.
You just spat on me, Drew.
Sorry. I was making a joke.
Gross.
I'm sorry. It was like barely anything. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Great casting ability right here. So, speaking of which, that was the first kill for Team Win. So, good job, Garen. Garen clearly the carry.
Just dunking on him. Just straight up dunking on him.
How does it feel? How do we feel that both Crown Guards are the ones that are carrying their teams right now?
It's kind of flavor win, actually.
I know, right? Very good flavor win. Sejuani is going to be coming into the bot side, though, and a very easy kill onto Tar. YYC ADC is getting that down. And a perfect stun from Lux. Clean is right. Stun from the Irelia takes Silas down to half health. Able to get a decent chunk of return damage. Aftershock is proc. Skarner is going to be coming in. The Predator is popped. Irelia is going to be going immediately in onto Silas, but the turret shots are going to take down Saleya. Crushed Cow, whatever his name was. Crushed Cow, I like that name. Able to get a nice trade back onto the Irelia. 5-2 for the side of Ono, and we see it roughly a 2,000 gold lead at this point.
Well, this is I want to say this is still pretty even. Team Win has a chance of getting back into this game, no problem. But that being said, I'm definitely on the side of Ono here, 100%.
I'm on their side because Caitlyn has 18 CS versus a Kaisa. This
Yeah, that's gonna be
support
trouble.
Lux has been doing some serious work for the side of Ono. Like, honestly, MVP so far. And another half health taken down for the side of Tarek. And unfortunately, Lux does get taken down a little bit of damage.
It's nothing.
Interesting. Tries to use the steel ultimate, but it goes wide.
Yeah, they forget it's still a hook. It's still a skill shot.
Still a skill shot. Still have to aim it. Can't quite do that. As whoever said itemless Skarner in the chat, you lie. Aatrox is going to be chasing down the Garen, but he is out of Qs. He is out of dashes, so there is no follow-up that can be had there.
Well, he's only on this first jungle item, but the first tier of the jungle item. So I don't know if he's going to pick up a second one just yet. But he's still.
We'll see. We'll see. I have high expectations for this Skarner.
All right.
Chains are being pulled onto the Garen, but he dashes outside of there. World Ender is onto the Garen, but he follows through the final parts of the queue, not able to secure the kill. Aurelia and Silas are trading in the mid lane, but nothing really is coming from that while Sejuani is clearing out her blue. And we have basically a soft reset. Bot lane is still down quite a bit of gold. 20 CS as well as
Caitlyn,
4 kills.
She's just north of that, bud.
Just north. Kind of like us, we're just north of anywhere near civilization. Crummy old basement, you know?
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna nod and agree.
Just gonna nod and agree. Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
And
Goes for the second part. Nice stun. Able to get a
Clean.
decent chunk onto there. The return damage from Silas as well as the Aftershock proc. A nice little trade right there. Sejuani is going to be going into Garen, though. The Chains of Infernal are dropped. Qs are going to be jumping in. 25% down on the Garen, but he is not going to be pulling anything. The bite was not pulled through. While we see the return coming through, Blizzard is being popped by Silas. In the bot lane, we see a small trade coming through. Way too much action to try and keep. Tark is ignited. Caitlyn is going for the kill. Flash away. Kaisa is able to follow through
nice.
quite easily. Good Plasma Lance onto her, chasing down the rest of the Caitlyn, able to get the final proc. Qs are being thrown there. Double proc the shield is not enough, and
just north.
just north of the Caitlyn as she is able to flash sidestep. Oh, never mind! Peace Serenity says, peace was never an option, war is the only way, and I am Sun Tzu on this map right now.
I was gonna say peace out, but I think yours sounded better.
I mean, I've been planning that one for a little while. I wanted to make a Art of War kind of joke. Meanwhile, in the top lane, I didn't see anyone go down, so I'm just going to go on an assumption that Silas threw out the Sejuani ult, and then they weren't able to do anything else.
I think that's the only problem with the Sejuani ult, because I think it keeps you in place.
Well, if it hits, it stuns. Otherwise,
okay.
it's just a big slow field, which, I mean, it's still good, but
It's not awful.
it's not awful as well.
And watch as the island of top lane just keeps duking it out with giant swords.
66 to 42, though, so the Aatrox is starting to get a little bit ahead of the Garen. But the Garen has 2 kills, never mind. What am I
We
worried
have
about?
sword on Garen, though, versus a
Phage. Phage to Phage. There is no BF sword. That is the Caitlyn, who is currently getting annihilated.
And we want. Have you
Boop.
ever
Bye.
wondered why top lane is an island?
What? Why? Why Caitlyn? What was that? I feel like that's one of those moments when I spell in chat, nice pathing, Rideau. But, like,
I kind of had to look that one back.
very questionable.
You might want to send that one to me.
Yeah. That one was, yeah, that was a bit questionable. Chains are onto the Garen, able to get a
nice.
final proc of the Q there, slamming the sword. Garen
Good
goes,
thumbs up.
you have a big sword that you can slam on the ground, but I have one too. As we just have massive sword for sword, as the Vanguard is immediately
Double
dropping.
Vanguard.
Huge double Vanguard. The Skarner tax has not been paid by Aurelia. Tark Ultimate is there to buy a little bit of time while the Aurelia is slowly being taken down. She flashes away, finally able to get the stun. Return. Tark stun goes wide, able to dash in there, but it looks like the Aurelia just, whoa, Daesh is getting constantly healed and constantly pulled back. And we see, look at that. Look at that. Aurelia.
What?
Best champion right there. That is the definition of look at the cleanse, look at the moves. Because, wow.
Was that
Just
Faker?
staying alive. You know what? I don't even care. Let's see that again. She flashes away, finally able to get the stun, return. Tark stun goes wide, able to dash in there, but it looks like the Aurelia just, whoa, Daesh is getting constantly healed and constantly pulled back. And we see, look at that. Look at that. As we return, Garrett goes in with the one-step ignite, flash ultimate. Wow. We just see Peace Serenity says bye to Caitlyn as the Qs pop through.
I don't think Kai'Sa's the 80 carry anymore.
No. Well, Kai'Sa's 3-0, but she built a Mirror meta?
That's actually common for Caitlyn, for Kai'Sa now.
Interesting. I haven't seen that.
I was on Fi's stream and I saw the Kai'Sa Miramana. It was disgusting.
It was disgusting. Well, we're seeing a lot of damage pop through now. The Tark is able to get a nice double stun, but no follow-up there. Silas does have the Kai'Sa ultimate, not the one that you probably want.
No, yes, it's going to be really good engage in this case if you can land all of your abilities and just go to town.
Oh, gets the slow, able to get the pull in. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we see Aatrox is 2v1ing as he is meant to. Man mode, just healing, popping through there. Tax was not paid. He did not buy a Quicksilver Stash, but it just doesn't matter. He's just doing so much damage. Flashes forward for the Skarner, but the Chilling Smite is there to buy a little bit of time and able to clean up the Garrett, and Kai'Sa is chasing.
Hello.
Hi, Skarner. Hi.
South.
Able to get an auto attack. Yes!
Goodbye.
YYC ADC is able to get the final shot onto the Skarner as he tries to execute.
Oh, no.
Sejuani is popping and dashing onto the Caitlyn. The ultimate as well as the Arctic Bite is going to be dropped immediately alongside the stun, and she is smited. Sejuani is a paladin up in here and just chilling smite for days.
They called her a knight in Teamfight Tactics. She just proved it right here.
Absolutely. Kai'Sa's doing a decent chunk of damage. We see more and more plates starting to go down. Lux is also there on the top side with the Aatrox, and they are able to do a nice chunk of damage, taking down turret number 2, the top tier 1, along with the bot tier 1.
This is starting to become a bit of a snowballing match for
yeah,
Ono.
well, I mean, Ono's already up 10,000 gold, and they haven't even taken the Rift Herald yet, so...
No, they're going to.
They're about to. Shelly is going to be dropping. The Skarner tax has not been paid, but it doesn't matter. Aurelia has just so much innate movement speed. By the way, yeah, that Aurelia play was absolutely phenomenal.
That was a Faker level moment.
I wouldn't say, okay, not a Faker level moment, but that was as close to Faker as we are going to get in these levels of games.
Very true.
I mean, we've got an average MMR of these high tier teams. Hi, I can rage quit, appealing to his name.
Hello? I can rage quit? You okay, bud? You kind of just left there, bud. Your team still needs you.
Rage quit?
You okay?
Okay. I guess it's a 4v5? In an official,
winning?
in an official, like, tournament match?
This is kind of unprecedented for us to be.
I honestly have nothing to say on this. It's like,
well,
I knew we weren't in LCS, but like, this is next level.
Yeah, we're all a little stunned here at the desk, guys. Does anybody know what else is happening right now?
Well, apparently Aatrox is going to go in onto Garen, and Garen's going to be able to get a double Thark stun. Immediately, the sunglasses is going to be dropped while Garen just swings and spins his way to victory. Only able to trade back 25% health, now down to half. Sejuani is able to get there. The Infernal Chains are immediately dropped and immediately pulling back while the Aatrox goes legendary. Able to get a huge amount of healing off. The Kai'Sa is apparently deciding to tank the turret for some reason. Aatrox is going in. Meanwhile, the Silas gets a return kill on Sejuani. Aurelia is still pushing in the top lane and able to get down the tier 3 inhibitor turret for the bot side. Meanwhile, Kai'Sa and Aatrox are going to be able to take down the tier 1 mid lane turret.
It's like it was nothing for them.
A very good turnaround. Aatrox does damage, just so you know. Just so you guys know, Protobelt there.
Position you want to be in right now, buddy.
Misses it, and that is all she wrote. YYC ADC is Dominating.
Please don't do this. Don't Jackie Chan your way into this now.
I'm going to shut down onto Aurelia, by the way. Aurelia just dives way too deep. We see the end of her killing spree.
She'll be back for more.
She'll be back for more. I think the next team fight I'm going to try and do like Quake kills. Did you imagine
Double
that?
kill.
That would be awesome. Quake sounds in.
Sorry.
Hi,
that's
Garrett.
wrong. That's the wrong one. I did Halo.
Yeah. Double kill.
Triple kill. Multi-kill.
He is just stunned up for days. He gets the flash, though, and the heal to try and get out. A nice net stops any further damage coming through from the Lux. And a very good escape from what seemed like a bit of a questionable dive in. But you know what? It's Garen. He's going to heal up just fine.
Turns around, recovers. His sister didn't do so fairly.
Ono gets clearly the most important objective, the Scuttle Crab.
With ease, too. I find it hilariously funny that that poor Scuttle Crab just gets one off like that.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it's free gold, man.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, you just got deleted.
Absolutely. Athena's Holy Grail. I am so glad that this item is starting to come back. It was one of my favorite items in Season 3. And I was really sad that it kind of got replaced.
I feel like it's one of those things I want to see come back as well.
Sejuani with the casual throw down the Rift Herald. Ooh, nice stun. Follow up from the Aurelia. Is she going to drop it? She drops the Vanguard's edge away from the Silas, but it doesn't matter. She has more than enough damage to get through. Shelly is able to get at least one dash off and take down almost the top tier. Ooh. But Aatrox is hunting for the Skarner. He's almost immediately taken down. The Q goes wide and slams the sword down for a 4-2 score line. Meanwhile,
got him, though.
They're just... I feel like Team Wind has given up. I feel like the wind is all out of their sails.
Damn.
And they're just free sailing, yo. They're just going. Our jungler rage quit. I mean, his name was. Oh, is he?
He's back. He was back a while back. You were in the middle of a fight.
I missed that. I apologize.
All good. He came back halfway through the first fight.
There he is. Yeah, he's back. Ultimate onto the Garen, but that's not the ultimate that you want to see. Vanguard's edge goes a little bit wide, not able to get everyone. The sunglasses are down. 3 people are invulnerable. The damage is still starting to stack through the air. Stun goes wide. Tark is locking down, but a nice double stun onto
out of nowhere.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful stuff. Putting down from Ono. YYC ADC is godlike.
Damn.
And 2 members down for the side of Team Wind. First inhib down for the side of Ono. I don't know. Do you think they'll go for the game end right now? Seems a little bit early. It's only 19 minutes.
I want to say they could either turn around, reset, go for Baron, which is going to be coming up pretty darn quick.
Or they could just push in and try it in the game, which is what they're going to. They're under the first Nexus turret. Aurelia starting to zone away a little bit, doing a few little fun things. The stun onto the Tark from the Garen, but it doesn't look like to be enough to get down the Kai'Sa. We see the pull. Aurelia. Vanguard's edge can be dropped by Silas. He's able to get a nice jump onto the Kai'Sa. Not able to do enough damage, though, and he's going to get immediately blasted. Peace Serenity says, no, you cannot have my friends. No, you cannot have my ADC. This game is mine, and this game is over.
Getting there. Just needs one more turret. Now the Nexus.
There we go. I told you. Aatrox is going to try and add some style points. They're going to try and pad their stats, but nah. They're just going to take that in Nexus, and we see a 20-minute game coming out from the side of Ono.
Not bad, guys. 20 minutes, 10 seconds.
Oh, I'm sorry. 20 minutes, 10 seconds. Oh, no. A whole 10 seconds where they weren't dominating Team Wind.
Dude.
It was a bit of a one-sided game.
Dude, that was a one-sided game.
Okay, Masters overrated. Masters overrated was a little bit more one-sided, but like...
That was still a one-sided game.
Yeah. I can rage quit. Good job on following through with your namesake. I was waiting for it.
Although I have to do a little ask. Why in the middle
Probably
of
a disconnect or something. I mean, most of these guys are playing on toasters.
Blame Tellus.
Blame Tellus. That's what we do. Blame Rideau, blame Talus. Who
Blame
knows?
Shaw sometimes.
There's not a whole lot I can say about those games. Ono and Masters Overrated have asserted their dominance,
Of course.
which to be fair, we kind of expected.
We're basically used to it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Team Win, they had a good run. They were surfing.
Oh no, they were
surfing on their breeze. They got a bunch of good games, so I expect to see them in the finals bracket. But,
Yep.
I mean, versus the top 2 teams.
We'll have to see where Black Lotus and I'm missing one other team.
Wedge.
Wedge.
Yeah. Black Lotus and Wedge, they missed their game, unfortunately. So
But
we'll catch up.
we'll be able to catch up on them. No problem. Next week. So
Probably
that being
not,
said-
actually. We'll probably still be taking week 7 games. We probably won't cast week 6. So that's pretty much the end of this week. But, I mean, we'll get the
catch up.
standings pretty quick, yeah. We'll let you guys know.
Totally.
So, anything you want to add?
I'm wearing a red shirt.
I'm wearing the blue shirt. Red versus blue.
Hey.
All right. We're going to set it off with
Weekend
that
fight
because
tonight.
there is literally nothing more that we can talk about. So, thank you all for coming to the Calgary Esports League inaugural season League of Legends Championship Series. I have been your host, Drew Checkout Crawford. Joining me on the desk today has been JB Red Phoenix in the chat, Jojo Barrientos, as it says at the very bottom, and we are signing off for this week.
See ya.